Very interesting. We have some cool speakers lined up. We have a lot of people from all over the world, and obviously we're going to be taking pictures. So just so you know, we will be taking pictures. Next to that, there's going to be very quick lightning rounds at the very start. First of all, we're going to kind of introduce today, together with our wonderful partners from both Bread and Future Craft. Let's see, both, three things. And then afterwards, we'll be having some nice lightning talks, one from Martin and one from Renee. And we'll have some workshops soon. So there might be some time for questions, but not a lot because the program is incredibly packed, but there's always time for community, right? So, look at your neighbor and get their contact and smile at them and, feel the world type of vibes. Welcome, come in. We still have space left for you. Join. There's a chair. Woo! Okay, so obviously we all know why we're all here. We're here to talk about defunding the commons and adaptive resilience, whatever that means. And we will start with Josh, who will kind of explain a bit the vision. Hands together. Yay. Yeah. Woo!
Thank you. So I did not prep so much for this talk, so I'm kind of going off the top of my head, but what I wanted to share with you guys is kind of the thinking behind a lot of the programming that I've done and kind of situate it within the trajectory that the project has been making. And I can explain that a little bit, but maybe some also things to take note of kind of what's going on. So Bread Chain Cooperative is a project that was founded maybe 4-ish years ago. Start off from meeting Ari in part, who is the original creator of the Bread contracts. Bread is a token. It is kind of like a community currency, you can think of it, where you give US dollar stablecoins or XDAI on Gnosis chain, and you receive back Bread 1-to-1. The token generates interest, which then can be voted on by those who hold Bread to be distributed to projects that we consider to be aligned with us, or that is part of the network of projects. And part of the thinking behind it was to try and build applications that can help facilitate relationships of solidarity, so ways of connecting people together that isn't kind of like the traditional financial relationship that you may have, or like DeFi related relationship of traders kind of competing against each other, but instead collectivizing our financial assets in one way or another to produce some sort of collective good. And the kind of general framework that we try to build these applications is we call post-capitalism. So basically a framework of trying to go beyond just the type of relationship that capital provides us. And so that's kind of been the basis of a lot of our work. It also stemmed from a lot of learnings from running my podcast and blog called The Blockchain Socialist. I've written a lot about the kind of learnings that I've done and research I've done in my book, Blockchain Radicals. Signed copies are here, which you can purchase. We have many different ways to buy it. So you can either buy in Bread. If you're a Bread holder, we have a point of sale terminal, so you can pay by card. And I think maybe, is there another way? Cash, I guess, if you have cash. So either in Bread or in euros. We have some merch. Slight level of complexity is that we're also doing a rebrand. So you may see slightly different logos on the merch. It's because we're trying out some of the designs that we've been mocking up. And what else? I have a book poster, if you would like that as well. I have it hanging in my room, framed. And then we have a zine that our designers created, which has also a summary of some of the different bits of work that we've been doing and campaigns and fundraising we've been doing. And this CyberSyn poster of little breads hanging around doing economic democracy. There as well, you can get, those cost 1 bread, so you can get that by onboarding through the Citizen Wallet application to get 1 bread, and you can spend it on one of these as well. The stickers are free, and we're also doing a fundraiser for Casino. Casino is a space in Berlin, in Neukölln, It's called Casino for Social Medicine. I've been helping sponsor a family in Gaza. So Ibrahim is the guy that has been helping distribute the funds to his family in Gaza. So it's about a family of 25. So they're taking donations, casinoberlin.eth, or there's also a QR code in some of these papers that you'll see. So would be really great if you're able to donate a little bit of crypto and get this local organization in Berlin more involved and using the technology in a way that I think a lot of us would like to see people using the technology. And what else? Yeah, so a lot of these things I'm kind of like pointing out just because we're trying to showcase the things that are what I believe are like adaptive resilience in action, ones that can't really rely on standard free market principles to fix those problems, and trying to instead foster relationships of solidarity to solve the problems that we face, essentially. And yeah, we also have, in case if you want to see, we have like various different initiatives at the same time. The scope of the project has expanded quite a lot in the past year. We went from just having a single application to a couple, and now we're building several different things for different people in different places. So if you have time to check out, you can read some of the different initiatives that we have here. And yeah, is there anything else I'm missing?
That was good.
Okay.
You can also introduce the mascot.
Oh yeah, and then this is our mascot, Bredrick Engels, little plushie down here, and his son.
I call him Brady.
His son Brady, yeah. And yeah, we have a lot of programming.
There's one
here.
Yeah, come in.
Come in. All of you are welcome. Yes.
In the UK, especially. And yeah, it's been a pleasure to become a member of the cooperative, and really appreciate anyone that has minted bread or is voting for Symbota and other organisations to actually distribute that yield to assist us as a not-for-profit worker cooperative. So I thought I'd just say like a few things about the theme of this pop-up, which is adaptive resilience within the broader theme of infrastructures of resilience. And the way the inquiry for me was what when we talk about adaptive resilience, what is the adaptive part? What distinguishes that from more traditional notions of resilience? And for me, we could say that the difference really is traditional resilience is bouncing back from a challenge. Adaptive resilience, we could say, is bouncing forwards. If traditional resilience or sees crisis as something to be feared and like reverted as quickly as possible, adaptive resilience sees crises as inevitable and as an opportunity to actually grow from and evolve through. So the mindset shift is like, how do we get back to normal, to instead what is this challenge teaching us to become? And of course there's a real connection between the mindset with which systems are built and then the system itself. If you have behind every rigid system is a rigid mindset, we could say, and also behind any adaptively resilient system is going to be an adaptive mindset. So one mindset, one way of thinking that I've been very interested in over the past few years is the meta-modern mindset and like the philosophy of meta-modernism. And there's a fantastic article on the Meta-Moderna blog called 5 Things That Make You Meta-Modern, which is really a good short description of what this meta-modern mindset entails. I just thought I'd mention those 5 briefly and how they relate to this theme. So the first one they called awareness of allergies. So in this context, it's about noticing if we have some allergy to the idea of centralization or decentralization or efficiency or inefficiency, and understanding that any allergy, any kind of these concepts that makes us feel kind of resistant or triggered or in some way probably means we're missing something. If we were allergic to centralization, we'll miss when some amount of hierarchy actually might serve resilience. If we're allergic to decentralization, will miss out on situations where distribution prevents cascading failures. A second principle is both and thinking. So actually, having noticed those allergies, it's about saying, actually, do we need to even pick? Is it about picking between centralized and decentralized, or efficient and redundant? To what extent can we actually have both of those things in the design of our adaptively resilient systems? Another part of the meta-modern mindset is understanding hierarchies and designing for multiple worldviews. So this makes me think of understanding that, of the importance of building systems that work for a wide range of people. This, of course, historically has been a big problem in the Web3 space, where Web3 builders have built for other Web3 builders and have often built quite niche, complex systems that the average person on the street has sometimes struggled to wrap their head around. Another piece is a belief in development and progress. I mean, the core part of this is just believing that systems can develop and can improve, seeing that crises can actually be a real opportunity in that regard. Also about maybe it's about being sensitive to not overly optimizing towards fixed goals. Seeing that the goals actually often are a service to deeper values, and to narrowly optimize towards those fixed goals can create rigidity in a system, which is ultimately unhelpful. Meta-modernists certainly encourage this notion of reconstruction after deconstruction, we could say, but it's really about building, not getting stuck in the critique or concerns about is this resilient enough, or is this fragile? Is this not fragile? There's this spirit of experimentation that goes with this mindset. So, yeah, just to finish, I'd say, and an inquiry I'd like to bring into this pop-up over the next days is really this focus on deeper values, and to say, to what extent can we actually have a focus on those deeper values, which might be justice, equity, solidarity, and be more lightly attached to the forms and the mechanisms that we're actually using to design towards these values. So not getting stuck on like this particular platform or this particular technology or this particular like design paradigm, and instead always coming back to, okay, what's really important? What are the most human, most important things that we can be creating these systems for, and then being able to display a lot of adaptivity, flexibility in the kinds of mechanisms we're using to achieve those deeper, more important things. So there you go, a few thoughts on adaptive resilience and the kind of mindset that we might use to design for it.
Yeah, we're going to be having like a lot of these conversations in the upcoming days based on all these specific themes, also on network states and neocolonialism, on bioregionalism, on everything related to the future.